What's going on, guys? It is Aiden Hutchinson.
What's up, man? It's your boy Amon-Ra St. Brown.
What's up, everybody? It's Calvin Johnson Jr. here, a.k.a. Megatron, a.k.a. First Ballot.
What's going on, Coach Dan at Lions Talk Live and the Duke Crew? This is Ballhawk Ifeatu Melifonwu of the Detroit Lions. Everybody make sure you help support the YouTube channel Lions Talk Live by clicking that like and subscribe button. Let's get it and go Detroit.
Greetings and salutations to everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Dan Skipper, offensive weapon for the Detroit Lions. Make sure you all help support Lions Talk Live and Coach Dan by clicking on that like and subscribe button. Everybody, woo!
Well, greetings and salutations to everybody out there in YouTube land. I am your host once again, Dan Thornton. I want to thank you all for joining me here today. Hey, Monday, Victory Monday, the day after the epic comeback, one of the greatest comebacks in NFL history. Lions set multiple league-wide franchise and all the above records for just a phenomenal come-from-behind win against the Houston Texans. But today's video isn't going to be about the offense. It isn't going to be about the entire team. It's going to focus just on a couple of things, and that's going to be the defense. The defense, as we all know, pitched a shutout in the second half. The only chance Houston had to add to their lead at halftime was a 58-yard field goal. We all get it. It went wide, real wide, in fact, and the Lions defense came up with turnovers, came up with some pressures. But I got a question for you guys. Did you see it when it happened? About halfway through the third quarter, you may be asking, what am I talking about? Well, let's dive into it. From the halfway point of the third quarter to the end of the game, did you see the Detroit Lions blitz a little bit more? Did you see the pass rush, even on non-blitzing downs, get after the quarterback just a little bit more and more? Did you see the sticky coverage in the secondary? And that includes the linebackers. That includes Anzalone. That includes Captain Jack Campbell, all the above. They did a great job. But I'm going to talk to you about something I anticipate we're going to start seeing this weekend and probably the rest of the season throughout the playoffs and even next season. And that's, I think the Lions are on top of something. Credit Brad Holmes for this. The New World Order. And anybody who's old enough to remember the NWA from the wrestling world, you know what I'm talking about. That's right, the Wolf Pack themselves, whatever, the different segments of it. But I do think when you talk about Zadarius Smith, when you talk about Aleem McNeil, when you talk about the reemergence that we've seen over the last 3 weeks, including last night with James Houston, he looks like he's getting back to 2022 shape, form, whatever you want to say, recovering from that full ankle break and leg break. He's out there and he is showing you some real big flash. I think we're going to see more of him in the upcoming weeks. Also, I think you're going to see a little bit more of Trevor Nowatzki, amongst other people that are going to fill in that fourth person in the four horsemen role. What does this mean? I think you're going to see the Lions defense really take a step forward. We all get it right now. They're a top 5 NFL defense. I think the Lions are about ready to make it worldwide known, NFL-wide known, whatever you want to say, that this is a defense, that this might be just indeed the best defense in the NFL. Zadarius Smith is going to provide what all Lions fans know MC, DC, Aaron Glenn, Ben Johnson want, Brad Holmes wants out of their players. Flexibility. Think about on obvious passing downs. Can he play outside? Yes, he can. Can he play inside? And, next to Aleem McNeil, this is also true. With those two, and now the reemergence that we're seeing with James Houston, I think you're going to have Houston or Smith at different times based on the matchups out wide. That's going to allow them to collapse the pocket. It's going to allow them to get after the quarterback. And at times when Smith goes inside, I think Trevor Nowatzki, who we've really seen, maybe for about a month and a half now, get outside wide and help push the pocket or the edge. I think you're going to see the Lions defense emerge as one of the bigger sack candidates, sack groups in the league. They may not have Aiden Hutchinson. They may not have that one quote-unquote dominant player, but I think they're going to have one of the better pass rushes out there. And with the emergence of the linebacking core, the greatest set of safeties in the NFL between Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, and now some emerging play from a Carlton Davis, a continuation in development from Darren Arnold, and then, yes, right around Thanksgiving, I do expect Emmanuel Mosley is going to return to the lineup. Now, with all that being said, I do think while the Lions defense has been good, I think it's got the potential to get up to another level and be pretty dang real good. Number one in the NFL, and they got the Jaguars this weekend. If you haven't seen the betting lines, Lions are 12.5-point favorites going into this. And yes, I don't get in betting, but I know a lot of you guys do. So what are your thoughts about the Lions defense? How big of an impact do you think Smith is going to have on that defensive front? How big of an impact do you think perhaps the reemergence of James Houston is starting to look like? And yes, yesterday you could see the burst, you could see the speed, you could see him closing in on people, and there was a time or two in the game where you could see him match up with the left tackle, and the left tackle could not even get his hands on him. That showed me on a couple of those plays, especially if you watch the All Coaching 22 films, that bend has returned. His ability to get low and sideways to the ground and not be displaced by the hands of the left tackle or right tackle is really starting to get closer and closer to looking like 2022 Houston. All right, like I said, I'm not going to make this a long video, but I think it's something for us all to watch at. I'm going to ask you guys, too, in the comments section, if you guys had a bet from here going forward who will lead the Lions in sacks, let me know in the comments section. Right now, I do think Za'Darius Smith and James Houston could be among the lead leaders. And you know what? Lee McNeil might be right behind. Hopefully you're all enjoying a Victory Monday. Don't be afraid to subscribe or hit the thumbs up button to the channel. We're marching in on 11,000 subs. So if you can help out with us getting there, I surely would be thankful. Okay, take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Do something kind for someone you don't know. We'll see you all in the next Lions Talk Live. Take care, everybody. You're still here? What are you doing here? It's over. The show's over. Go home.